Behind the southern charm lies razor-blade smiles and hearts of darkness.
Monsters we are.
You know the rest of that sentiment and the reasoning behind it.
The truest lie ever sung.
It is not in seeking monstrousness that we stave off the monsters of our hearts and thoughts.
We are monsters dead, and truly so.
Yet our monstrousness is solely in seeking to live.
Seeking to be that most human of animals.
Monsters we are.
Monsters we are.
The better to embrace the truth of our dead humanity.
The Coast After Dark is a mature-themed Discord play by Post Server based in and exploring the V5 world of darkness in and around the Mississippi Gulf Coast region.
It has a small local population with over 14 million tourists that visit annually.
Roughly an hour's time is all that is needed to travel from end to end.
The geography and size of the region has created a unique power structure that is formally known as the Council of Twilight.
It is sometimes called the Pentarchy.
Sometimes affectionate.
Sometimes oozing with disdain.
Come explore and safely experience the darker parts of the sun-kissed landscape
And your imaginations.
No, we're still waiting for someone else.
No, we're actually not. Diva will not be with us. They are at an appointment, and much as I figured, I thought that Kale would be as well. So, glad you're here. Welcome.
It was just going to be a me and Oliver game.
It was.
Well, listen, I mean, Ollie and I can just give each other shit for 3 hours. That seems reasonable.
So is this who we're looking at for tonight, or are we expecting somebody else?
No. Diva is at a social gathering. They sent the message along Monday. Kale sent the message along a couple of weeks ago, but here they are.
So, if I remember my stats correctly, I'm down to 1 rage, and I have spent 2 willpower.
Let's take a quick gander, shall we? Because we rolled in. What was last? In roll 1. Believe it or not, I'm only seeing 2. So you only nope. There's 3.
Ooh, okay, so 3 it is.
Yep, 3. Because that's 1, 2. There's the 3rd reroll. Yep, just 3 rerolls.
Bueno. I believe I have something absurd. Yeah, I've got 4 more willpower to use.
Is that all?
Yeah? What do you mean is it all? I'm gonna howl at the moon, you motherfucker. I'm gonna get a willpower point back.
It's the new moon, sir. You must do it at the beginning, but no, that's actually perfectly fine. Do you actually have that right?
Yeah, the quickening.
Nice.
You can't everybody just howl at the moon like once?
No. There's an actual right, an advantage where you specifically as the Garu, if you howl at the full moon, it's not just your average, you run outside in the cold and then run back in. No, it's a whole kit and caboodle. But yeah, if you do that the first time you see the moon, you are effectively supercharged for a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, I get my cathartic experience out of going full doggo.
Yeah. Oh. And you might want to apologize to your family members before you do that, because we will make you howl. But yeah, know this. So I'm literally just stalling for Kale to prompt a response. We need to nudge him. He left for a call?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll give him a few seconds more, and then we'll steamroll him. So you're pinned down by 6 jaglings. You've they are the embodiments of the humankind's fear against anal alien probes, and they've decided to manifest.
You aren't kidding
the natural instinct to fear anal probes.
They are the manifestation of all of that fear, and they look exactly as you might imagine.
That's an owl?
Hey.
Ancient cavemen He drew paintings of the aliens hunting them down. Grant to me the power of caffeine, tea. Do it. I beg of thee.
Well, which tea are you doing?
Dollar store broke white boy tea.
You're drinking brisk?
No, not brisk. Ugh, that stuff. Ugh. No, I'm drinking like Louisiana or something like that. Louisiane? Yeah, the Louisiane brand tea.
Oh, just regular brown tea? Okay, so the bergamot and caffeine is decent.
Okay, I'm back.
Well, what I missed? So you were pinned down by some jaglings?
I'm sorry, say that again?
So you're pinned down by a group of jaglings? Who would like to describe what sort of jaglings they are?
Everything else kind of disappeared, so I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, and don't forget, Kai, at some point during this episode, you're going to have to give us like a full, hearty, throaty howl, okay?
Yeah, a really good one.
I can pawn off my responsibility on him, right?
Technically. Depends on how much you can, how well you can convince him to do it.
So, let your inner furry fly.
So, effectively and officially, huh?
3 fingers real quick before we get started.
Yeah, things are getting real twisted around here. He's talking about 3 fingers.
Wait, we were talking about aliens and probes.
Yeah, these things conflate themselves fairly easily.
There we go.
I'm going to have to raise... No, you just stepped away from the mic, so I'll wait till you get back to the mic and see if I can raise your volume. Oh, well, no.
Oh yeah, he's quiet as hell, isn't he?
Yeah. No, I can't raise your volume anymore. Because of my tech issues, I'm actually in the browser, not in the desktop app. So, it is as high as it will go. You will have to speak up, my dear sir. You will have to speak up.
I'm always loud.
It's honest to God such a weird thing, the visual audio dichotomy that I've got going on here, because one of my eyes is a lot weaker than the other one, so my perspective sits on the right side of my body, and yet, like, because the ears work perfectly fine, everything always sounds like it's coming from slightly to the left of my perspective.
That's weird.
Alright. You got your fingers, Kale? We need you on the mic. Check the mic.
Yeah, I'm working here.
Nope, you're still miles and miles away underwater. Like Aquaman.
Yep.
Okay, how about this? Any better?
Yeah, you have us on speaker, don't you?
No, I don't.
There we go. That's a lot clearer. That's good right there. Whatever the fuck you're doing, that's good.
Oh, I was in the kitchen getting 3 fingers of whiskey. Now that I'm done, I'm in the room.
Oh, okay. I see. You were getting the hair of the dog before becoming the dog with hair.
Yes. Well, I have to become the dog before I can get the hair of the dog.
What were you sipping on, by the way?
Uncle Nearest.
Oh, nice.
What?
The single pot?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right.
Oh.
So, mic checks are basically all done. We've bounced around the shit as long as possible. So, allow me the pleasure and the honor of saying that this is officially, without a shadow of a doubt, Rage Across the Secret Coast one shot, the 3rd and final part. I could bore you with how much I appreciate play and all the time and effort that this requires, but you've all heard it from me 100,000 times, and we'll probably hear it from me 100,000 times more. So allow me to foreshorten it some and simply say thank you for your time, your effort, and your energies. when we last left this pack. Because that is what they've become in the small matter of a few hours in one very traumatic evening, which is saying a lot for the Garu as a whole. Because as a species of both flesh and spirit, they shoulder a lot. A huge, unfathomable amount of a lot. They deal with the manifestations of spirits, associated beliefs, essences, and feelings made manifest, made physical on a daily basis. They see the spirits of loved ones moving on, those unable to and are stuck in that most unenviable of place of oftentimes being able to do nothing more than turn a willful blind eye. They experience a lot, and they are overcome constantly by the weight of all of those feelings, those spirits, as well as the physical world in which we reside. And adding to that Herculean pile of forever is the fact that they are, as much as they've believed and been taught and feel in their bones, the last line of protectors for Mother Gaia, for the planet Earth, and not just the physical embodiment of it, not just terra firma, but all of the realms and worlds connected to it across the penumbra, the umbra, across the hedge into Arcadia and back. Every domain and dimension connected physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally with the planet upon which we reside. All of that to say, and to simplify, how connections, how things of value, how persons of value, how that rises above that pile of weight on their shoulders. It's a chosen burden. It is a cross to bear, yes, but having something as someone that you care for and can actually care for, someone you can be completely who you are with, whether they are alive, dead, or any state in between, is penultimately important. Because as they are, in fact, beings of both spirit and flesh, it is virtually impossible to truly connect with another entity, to truly be honest with everything that they are and have been with another entity. It is the reason why kinfolk, those wolves who've not changed, those wolves who may never actually change it, yet you are able to open up to be honest with and show them the world, or at least your view on it, is penultimately important. There was a song going around during the late 70s and early 80s. It was remade countless times, and it was about the children and the future. And that very much is understood by every wolf who has ever existed. Be they lost to the endless rage or given away to the endless despair, that value of the future is everything. So as the pack eases away from the edge of despair, the cordite scent of flesh being burned in the actual umbra, the realities of what lay there before them, children, mentally, emotionally, given over to that endless rage that has cost the Garu entire tribes. The realities of that sitting there before them. They've sacrificed 5 lives here in the cairn. And even though none of the gathered pack are actually Theurges, there is power in that, especially here in the heart of the cairn. The deceased, burning and moldering and all but gone, that power sits pregnantly waiting on what this pack will do.
I assume by this point in time, the Krino's form has faded.
Yes. If you let it go instead of having it slowly peter away and be stolen from you, yes.
Yeah, like there's not. I'm gonna be real here, Chief. I ain't that dumb. I'm dumb, but I ain't that dumb. Well, now back in his mundane form. Did we get lied to? Am I standing here buck-ass naked?
No. No, you're not. Neither is Kale. Neither is Lil, who, by not shifting fully into the Garu form, is able to hold her wolf.
Okay. Then, while we take this moment to gather ourselves and figure out what's next, Father Andres is just going to, move over to where we've been burning the bodies and clasp his hands and silently begin kind of mouthing a prayer for the dead. Give everybody a moment to collect themselves before we move on.
Sherry or Aurora is did we kill them for real? Couldn't tell, they melted. Where's the theurge? Where's the theurge?
Yes.
As far as I'm aware, most damage that you sustain here can fade, but if you die, you die.
Sucks to be them.
It does indeed.
Rebel would have saved them. Where is...
What did you say?
Where is Rebel?
Not sure.
We should have not killed them. It's really hard to ask questions now.
Well, at least one of us is actually capable of speaking to the Cairn itself, so...
I suppose.
And besides, it's not like they gave us much in the way of a choice there. Yeah.
Also true.
That's never true. We had a choice. We could have ran.
And left them to ravage the Cairn?
I didn't say it was a good choice.
Deadly. Like, just ripping their arms off or something. They'd have been fine.
I suppose, but they would still place a threat upon the Cairn. We can't be here at all times. We can't be here the next time that they decide that they want to rip and tear through here.
Why not?
No, I didn't say that. I say we rip their arms off and bring them back. And then, justice.
Kale, isn't justice your thing?
I guess Kale got hit harder by this than I thought. You okay?
Actually, Kale is looking at the dead body thinking, fuck them guys. They actually they actually hurt Rebel. They deserve what they get.
Yeah.
However, We are in the Karen. They're burned. He's thinking we need to get out of here because he can't summon his wolf. You're back to being human as well, and we should probably not be here.
There's still answers that we need to collect before we leave.
Yeah, like what if Rebel is in the cairn still?
I believe they had mentioned her spirit was in here somewhere.
We have no way to protect ourselves.
We do too.
I'm not toothless quite yet.
I'm quite toothless and sort of mangy right now. I have no energy to draw. I'm out.
Well, and if danger presents itself, I guess I can pull you out.
Mechanical note: leaving Krynos sets rage to 1. Unless you ran out and got forced.
They ran out.
Okay.
I'm tapped.
Mm-hmm.
So you lost a wolf. Does that make you any less of yourself?
When I'm fighting beings that are sort of memorable, it is.
You could still fight in Hispo.
I'm tapped, no rage left. I can't.
Look, we don't even know if we're going to need to fight again.
Well,
what I do know is that your help would be greatly appreciated.
Alright, well, no one wants to grow old, so let's go.
Well, they were heading off in that direction when we caught them, so maybe what we're looking for is out that way.
Is there, before we start wandering through this cairn aimlessly, can anyone track?
Everyone can track. We're wolves. But no. I mean, not well.
Reason being is because that way is a very large expanse, and I don't think we should be wandering because there's other things besides these goobers that's here that might kill us. Besides, of course, us murdering these guys and spraying blood all over the Karen. Other things that may be upset about that.
Or maybe they'll be grateful because these guys were assholes.
Look, at least one of us is actually blessed to be here. And he looks over to LL. No, he looks over to LL, the guy that is actually has been guiding us through this so far. Your thoughts on this?
I don't know what to say. I'm a little bothered. Honestly. Like this, I didn't expect us to be the cause of other wolves no longer existing. You know, a black eye, a broken arm, some hard words. Yeah, that's all fine and good. It's to be expected, actually. But this, and look at how young they were.
Don't take that on yourself. You all aren't really the cause of this.
So then who is?
Me. I'm the one that took the first blood. I charged in and didn't control myself. I killed the first one. And after that, there really wasn't much in the way of mercy in their eyes.
Maybe not. And we can't undo it, so we'll just have to do the best we can now.
Yeah.
Why didn't that scrap of flesh burn? And he points toward the pile of moldering gunk and fur that's left. There's a patch of skin. And much like if someone had taken a cattle prod and seared in a ranch's symbols, there's a series of glyph-like marks on that patch of flesh.
Aurora pokes it.
Uh,
Weird. Poke.
don't just poke it. Who of us here actually understands glyphs?
Just the
I
start,
can give
just
it.
the starter stuff. Just the starter stuff that Rebel taught. I don't recognize what that's supposed to be. Maybe it's a couple of them melded together.
Can I do have a rank in occult. Can I make an attempt here?
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna ask, can I do what? Oh,
Yes.
I was gonna ask that as well.
Fire.
Oh, here we go.
go woofs.
All right, W roll, pool, not much. Rage, not much. Difficulty. Let's just put base. Move on from there.
Is it intelligence or wit?
Awareness, if you're just trying to recollect, would be wits. If you're trying to recollect a specific thing, I approach it slightly more academically, it'd be intelligence.
Oh, are we doing difficulty 3?
Yes.
Oh, I just put difficulty 3 because I have to put a difficulty on there. It doesn't like me putting 0.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much got the unicorn of rolls there. A 100% success rate is just weird.
It
That's
is.
pretty solid.
And my rage being 0, should I put 1 just so it could be a placeholder?
No,
I think 0 works in the rage category. It just doesn't like 0 in the difficulty category.
That's weird. Anyway, it's not.
Are you going to let that lie how it is, Sherry?
Yeah, I don't have very much willpower. I feel like I can use it better somewhere. Oh, hey, there's a picture.
There is.
Oh. Oh, I don't like that. I know what that is.
That's a lot of spirals and
Oh, motherfucker.
some rooster spurs.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
What?
Nobody.
What's not a good sign? What are you talking about?
That's that's the mark of the Black Spiral. Those are the Black Spiral dancers. These kids were fucked up.
Wait, you mean the Lost Tribe?
Yeah. I don't know much about them, but that's what that is.
Ugh, gross.
So
Aurora picks up the skin and she's gonna she puts it in her pocket so she can her pocket so she can bring it back as evidence.
What do I know, like, in character about the Black Spiral dancers? All I know I see, like, out of character is, fuck those guys.
That's enough.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it.
Whoop.
but like everybody's heard the rumors, everybody heard, but is there like they're too young to have, like, they're in like some ritual or something, some experience that they would have had before they went that way. That it doesn't make any sense for someone this young to have given themselves over to the devil.
They gave themselves over to the worm, which makes sense as to why they decided to attack Rebel, because they gave themselves over the worm and then attacking the Karen to bring it down kind of makes sense.
It does, but they're so young. How would they have known?
Obviously, someone led them to the worm so that they could do that.
Yeah, why? How are they tied to Rebel is the question.
Or who is
Tentatively, I would say maybe she brought them in. They turned to the worm, came back, and decided to end her and then destroy it. Because if they was Black Spiral at first, she probably wouldn't have left them in the house or near the house.
Well, the question is, why is it that they believe she's a traitor?
Or maybe they were used by a spiral dancer as a way to get to her. Because the person who fell to the worm initially took these pups and used them as weapons against her.
That makes sense. And since they are young, she would have tried to take care of them and bring them in. Makes sense. But we need to find her now.
Suspected. Like, no one would have expected such young wolves to be involved.
That would make them the perfect Trojan horse.
Yeah. Wait, what? What? They're not horses.
No. Well, Trojan wolves, how's that?
It still doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Okay, actually...
Do well in school.
No, I think I know why they believe she's a traitor.
Why?
Why? Because she was kind to them?
No. Rebel was a white howler.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you trying to say? What, like, that doesn't make any sense. There's no such thing. There's no tribe called the White Howlers.
No, not anymore.
What?
Hey, what were they?
The White Howlers are where you get... And he kind of gestures towards the patch of flesh.
So
they fell.
You mean like the Fenris? Like the cult of Fenris?
Presumably, if that's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Wait, so you're saying a rebel, the caretaker of the entire sept, the person who maintains the cairn, is a Black Spiral dancer?
No, I'm saying she's a White Howler.
But you said the White Howlers became the Black Spiral dancers.
Presumably not all of them, if they think that she's a traitor.
Wouldn't they be the traitors, though? Because if the original ones were White Howlers, and the new ones...
It's all a matter of perspective. And to them, she's a traitor.
Perspective thing.
To them, she's a traitor.
Makes sense. They would consider her a traitor. That would make sense.
Unless there's other factors, but we won't be able to figure those out just by talking amongst ourselves.
We need to go find her and roll the dice that we don't get attacked.
Was this supposed to storm? Lynn says, looking towards the horizon line. Was this supposed to storm today?
In the cairn? Can it storm in the cairn?
No, in the world. Because if it storms there is going to be some effect here because we're here.
As far as I was aware, we were supposed to have clear skies.
So no.
That's not good. We need to get moving there.
No storm. We need to get moving.
Well, Lillian is still. Come on, go find the stick, girl. Go see if Rebel's stuck in the well. Come on, move.
Aurora will shift to Lupus for that sweet 2-die bonus to survival checks. And also because it's more fun to be a wolf than a human. Boring.
Probably faster, actually, as well.
Yep. And then
Oh.
she'll howl and run in circles and try and catch the scent.
Alright, you think you got enough to go into at least lupus form?
I do, but
Look
I'm not
over at
necessarily.
Oliver.
I'm not. Wait, you mean Andres? I'm not necessarily slower than Hamid.
For the record, it's free to turn lupus. You can be Hamid or lupus for free, no rage required.
No, I know. I'm looking at it. It's just. It also doesn't make me faster to go into lupus.
Nope.
It just feels faster
Making
because
me
you're
a lot
closer to the ground.
faster.
Yeah, it's a perspective thing.
Kill shifts to lupus so that he can at least get that gets a speed.
Get the perceived speed, yeah. And I'm going to show the fact that I practiced track in high school and hoof it alongside the paws.
Lynn is bringing up the rear. Lil is in the mid-range form, so she's a hair faster based on dexterity. You all take off, noses to the ground, some noses to the wind, running towards the storm.
Rora gets like 5 steps out of the clearing, and then she's like, whoops! And she like runs back, and she turns to human again, Hamid, and she like burns the residue from that was like dripping off this gooey brand of flesh that she's taken with her, and then she goes back and catches up with you.
Literally just a 180. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know. I'm not necessarily a fan that this trail leads towards the storm, but we'll see how this turns out. Sorry, Cal, you might end up in another fight after all.
Maybe. I'm almost positive, but hopefully I get mad enough that I can shift. Otherwise, it's not going to be fun for anybody.
I can slap you around a few times.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Alright, I will keep my hand strong.
What are you saying, Kale? Are you afraid of being hit?
Not pleasant.
Or are you just saying that?
Experience in it.
Or are you just saying that Adras is not strong enough to make you angry enough?
Just not a fan.
Uh-huh. So how long have you been adverse to touch?
Second, maybe third demonstration where police calls and him getting beat up. Somewhere around there.
What happened? Because your second actual successful demonstration was at the Magadon buildings over in Waveland. Your third were at the Duncern branch of Theus. They were helping bring them into the area. So what happened there on that second and third demonstration that caused flashbacks? Now, what was it about it that left a ephemeral touch on you?
The fact that police was called, of course he got rolled. Before they took him to the jail, yeah, they took him to a off-site to try to see if they can get him to cause some sort of disturbance. And it went left. And he did not enjoy it.
Hmm.
The considerations of being forcefully interrogated is not an easy thing to get past. It's not so much the touch, it's not so much the aggression, not so much the violence. It is the feeling of helplessness. There wasn't an out in that situation. handcuffed, restrained, outnumbered. Victory being 100% denied. At least as far as one would see in that moment. That feeling of fate playing a role, playing its hand, tossing its dice and catching it, moving it to the particular face it wanted to show. It's not a happy situation for anyone to be in. That path, that thought, that existence is also very actually one in which the cult of Fenris wholeheartedly embraces. They refuse to accept the die has been cast. They refuse to accept a half step in pursuing defense of Gaia at all means. Not just at any, but all. Every single solitary last one. From false flag campaigns to out and out, not even politically stated enhanced interrogation, out and out sheer torture for torture's sake, hoping to instill fear in oil derrick workers, hoping to instill fear in cargo ship container captains who import and export the various devices and technology that these companies are using. Outright fear in the hired personnel from former militaries. Out and out fear used as a weapon in defense of the planet in advance. They are very much giving themselves over to never feeling helpless again, because all things are permissible and expected. In fact, from many of their vantage points, you all are in fact just as bad as the enemy, because you're willing to do just enough. You're willing to say that you'll only go so far. You're willing to accept that loss as fact instead of fight with everything you have. All of that to say, you all understand intellectually some of the doctrine spouted by those who've been caught, because the coast is in fact a import-export center. The Mississippi River is still a huge path of travel for goods north and south along the United States. A lot of cargo, a lot of tariffed products and people even come through the coast. Its proximity to the Mississippi River, its proximity to New Orleans, its proximity to Texas, its proximity even to Florida. You still have cigarette boats who make their way here carrying all sorts of less than legal pharmacological matters. Whether it's the people that cook it up or the actual products themselves. So you all see and experience and deal with a lot of non-U.S. citizens. You all see and deal with a lot of others from elsewhere. So in that last few years, you've dealt with quite a few cults of Fenris who've passed through, moving towards Texas, moving towards Florida, moving into the country from places and points due elsewhere. And as per the litany, as per how you all were taught about hospitality, you've allowed them close enough to gain some bit of hospitality, to rest their heels, to experience what warmth you've all had. And of course, it usually ends the way that such things do, them being driven on, or oftentimes worse, more than harsh words are exchanged. But on they're driven. They're given a chance to see tomorrow, leaving behind their words, their beliefs, their gossips, their experiences. They're moving toward the storm, even without any official training, even without any practical experience with negotiating with, dealing with, or demanding of the spirit world, of the Umbra. There's an instinctual knowledge as to what that storm is, considering there wasn't a physical storm to cause its proxy. Death is like letting off 100 megaton nuclear weapon. Any death. Every death. The more innocent or the purer of heart, the more energy that is released. The Cairn has been victim to a massacre of the Forcipuli, causing that energy to seep into the soil and build and wait. The Cairn has been witness to the death, the ending, the exsanguination of 5 Garu in war form. Their energy seeping and leaking into the ground, being burned away as quickly as possible, but that energy still here in the cairn. That storm is an imbalance. That storm is the manifestation of all of the death that has taken place here over the last few hours, over the last few days, over the last few weeks. And it's also standing between you all and the heart of the cairn.
Well, shit. How do we just kind of gesticulates towards the storm? I'm not very familiar with cairns.
Never been in one, so except for once, so I don't know how this works at all.
All I know is that a big storm caused by a bunch of death is never a sentence that you want to hear.
True. But hopefully we can find Rebel before we get to the heart of the storm, and then we can get the hell out of here.
You just want to leave this thing raging?
The storm?
Can you stop it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe we can burn it.
What? No, that's a terrible fucking idea.
Well, come on. It works for the dead things.
Barely. I mean, look at it.
Well,
You still got a lump of flesh in your pocket.
A fire tornado, though, they are awesome.
I never want to see a fire tornado.
I don't want to see a Sharknado.
Okay. Does it look like we could actually force our way through this storm to continue on our tracking path? Or is this one of those yeah, that's pretty much going to murder you if you step into it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You guys have been on the coast the entirety of your lives. A storm like that's just a tropical storm. It's not even a full-fledged hurricane. It hasn't even gotten to above Category 2. You'll be perfectly fine. It'll suck. You may feel like you're drowning, but you won't. You're you're stronger. You're faster.
Built to last longer.
I feel super confident about this right now.
I'm glad you do.
I just charged towards the storm.
Oh, all right. Well, I can't leave you alone.
I can't leave them alone, so as much as I would prefer not to do this, off we go.
Just kind of as we're running. Look, if we can find a way to fix this at the heart, that'll be better for all involved.
I need to figure out how to light a lighter when I don't have fingers.
I don't think you do. I don't think you light a lighter. Why do you need to light a lighter?
Fire tornado.
Stop. Just don't. Just, for so many reasons, do not.
Adres, look at me. I mean,
The meme just played through my head. Thank you, nobody. Look at me.
So at this point,
Buffalo boy.
So at this point, being as you all as a pack have fallen to mutual cooperative insanity and are rushing headlong into what anyone else anywhere else outside of the Gulf Coast and Florida would cause them to fear for their existence, would you be so kind as to roll your stamina plus survival?
Oh, well, that's...
Side note, if you're in lupus, +2 survival.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yes.
That's a thing.
Man, I really feel like it's a good thing we're all in lupus form, right?
That's it. Best form for hunting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, dude. I'm on a voice game. I'm gonna be making some loud noises. Dude, I'm not upset. You're fine. Thank you. I'm cheesing so hard because you walk in here because I shouted and it's really weird. Go away.
Let's see. So, sorry, what are we doing? Stamina plus survival?
Yes.
Yep. You know when you make a decision and you don't realize that that decision is going to fuck you in not but 30 minutes?
No.
I mean, obviously you would. Alright, let's see how this goes. Where did my roll go?
It's right
Oh!
Critical!
Dude!
Well, we didn't die.
there. No.
I am the chosen one.
No, you all did not die. You literally, and here's the thing. While it's downplayed solely because you all are in fact from the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and while it is downplayed because you all are in fact creatures of both flesh and spirit, and while it's downplayed because you all are in fact werewolves, you all literally run headlong into an actual hurricane. It's just a category 3, but you've all seen worse. You've all been involved in watching through parties through worse, but you 5 literally charged through the heart of a hurricane, through all of the rough patch, right to the center, right to the eye of the storm. Some of you laughing and howling every step of the way, and others gritting your teeth like, what the absolute fuck, I can't believe I'm out in this shit. But you literally run through a hurricane. Allow that to sit for a second, because as you break the final last 15-20 feet and enter into the actual eye, where everything is calm, the wind is still raging, but it's not nearly loud enough to take your voices. The sky still looks dark and ominous, but it doesn't look as if, well, the world is ending. And while the calm is the best way to describe it, the grasses are still windswept. The rain is still falling. And yet, it's surprisingly peaceful.
Rora does that dance like huskies do, which she looks like a very large husky. And she's doing the thing where she taps her feet and her wiggles her butt and she's dancing around. She's like, that was fun.
That was
Great.
markedly better than it could have been.
Yeah, you'll be
agree.
telling stories about it.
Yeah,
No,
sure,
I
at the
don't think so.
laundromat. Remind me to get a hot air at the end of this. I need to dry off. Ugh.
Who's the most intelligent among
We're
you all?
close.
I have 3.
Are you telling
Three.
me?
I have intelligence, not wisdom.
Am I the dumbest person here?
I don't know, are you?
I have a 2.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Dumb,
Cute,
but
so
you're
okay.
just slightly less intelligent than everybody else. You're coming
That's
third.
that's a very cute way of saying that I'm dumb.
No, you're normal. We're just smart. We're smarter than you.
It's okay. I've got wisdom at my side. I've got the book of God. I don't need to think. Everything I need to think is here.
The reason
That's the reason why you have the book.
why I ask is because you all can pool your resources. Would you be so kind as to roll your intelligence plus occult?
Okay.
Is this individual or just all pulled together?
Total outcome.
Oh, nice. All right, give me a second.
Int plus occult. That.
I have rolled so many 3 dice checks this night.
The last one was a rage die, but it doesn't matter. 3 successes.
Oof, that is rough. Okay, we're going to.
Dang it, that's not right.
Let's see if I can add at least one more to the party. Do that. Nope.
Like, you're not
Unfortunately.
running against a difficulty. You just get 1 success.
Oh yeah, no, I know. That's why that.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Okay. Good.
4, 3.
All right, total
What?
outcome. Total outcome.
Oh, you want us to add?
Oh yeah.
3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4. What's that? 9, 10? Did I miss
3
some?
plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. You're out of bullets.
No, but it was 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
No, it was 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
All right. So, what goes down here?
Yeah, we got 5. 10. So we got 10.
Well, the reason why I asked is because there's, unlike most modern persons, the Garu pass everything along as much as possible along orally. The tales of their experiences and their knowledge, it's howled on the night wind. Yeah, there are glyphs that are shared so that there's secret knowledge you all can pass to each other and leave behind for those that come far, far long after you've gone on your way. But even that is usually taught orally. Like, this is what that means. When you see this next time, so you know what this means. Recalling some of what's necessary. The truth of the matter is, this storm will rage, and those brave enough or dumb enough to cross into the Umbra here in the cairn, be they wolf or otherwise, will have to deal with this. All of the energy of those wolves and forsipuli who've been killed is here for the taking. There needs to be a direction applied to this energy. In situations such as this, in moments such as this, whether for the Garu specifically or for you, the person behind the wolf, these moments, this energy is usually there in places in a moment of the repast during a funeral, the feast after a wedding, the consecration of holy ground. While you all don't have the practical applied understanding, you weren't taught specifically the ins and outs of how to. There's no step-by-step guide you receive. You didn't have the "so you're a third" pamphlet handed to you and taught to you. There is the very obvious and clear momentousness of all of that energy. And if it is not directed, just like every nuclear fallout movie and comic book and TV series that you've ever heard, you know what happens if energy is just allowed to do what energy does. Because as while it can't be destroyed, it is there raging. It is a embodiment of that rage in your own hearts and standing.
Oh, fun.
So, fire tornado?
No, Ellen.
Like flicking a lighter.
Ellen, is there a way to channel this in a non-destructive manner? You're the only one of us here that, as I said, is approved.
First in this.
Normally when a storm, and nothing's been like this, but when on the hunt, when we pruned the Forcipuli with Rebel, she dedicated the Cairn to the Sept. She attuned the Sept as a whole to the power of the Cairn. It's the reason why we're able to gather where we're able to gather in the world. It's why being part of the Sept, we're able to be here and reap the benefits without having to risk the dangers of it. That's why it's easier for some of us to step sideways here. She took...
Okay, understood.
So, how do we do that?
Yeah, do you know what we need to do in order to dissipate this?
So yeah, how do we dedicate it to us? I mean, not us, but us. And she like
it could be us.
No.
The greater sept. I mean, also us.
If we come out of here supercharged with whatever the hell this is, then we're going to be victims to the argument I used to keep that greedy bastard out.
Yes, but here's the counterpoint to that argument.
We'd be supercharged, and it'd be awesome.
The point of the Cairn is to benefit all, not to benefit a few.
But would we try to benefit everybody?
We'll definitely make sure it benefits everybody. But we do have a fire tornado that we need to dissipate.
It's not a fire.
Unless they're all here.
Alright, Ellen, how do we go about this?
I'm effectively Rebel's janitor. I don't know. I don't have a third. I don't never got that teaching. It's beyond me. I don't even.
We believe in you.
All right, no. I'll step forward and do what I can. You, Ellen, just if I start fucking up somewhere, clean up.
Are you
I guess.
third?
I'm not a third, but somebody's got to do something, and none of us are thirds.
Do you know where to find a third?
Not in good enough time.
Then I suggest we probably not do that.
Can I make a wits plus occult roll to see if I can recall any really awesome tales about theages doing this stuff? Because that's what we do. We boast about shit at gatherings. So somebody might have said something.
Indeed.
Or intelligence plus occult, call it.
Indeed, give it a shot.
She only really
what I could do.
Stories. So if they told it in a boring way, she won't remember. It was awesome. Yeah.
This story was fucking great, guys. I just want you to know. I mean, I might have been high at the time, but I know I was definitely high at the time.
Definitely. Aurora was able to see the colors. She was able to see the first wolves. She was able to
She's pacing around being and she just like recounts the story of a theurge doing the rite of patronage, which we probably don't know.
I do know the rite of kin seeking.
Yeah, I got that shadow passing. That shadow passage.
So I mean, if we want to, I suppose, get our cerebro on.
Not to be the wet blanket, and tell me if you heard this before, but not to be the wet blanket, but if you really want to go through with this, I can do it.
You can't?
Yeah, I can.
You can't?
Yes.
You can't?
Okay, stop. What can you do?
The rite of patronage?
You know the rite? Awesome.
Okay.
And I like describe in detail the awesome version of the rite of patronage, and I'm like, you gotta be at least this awesome because we're gonna tell everybody about it when we get back.
What does the rite of patronage entail?
It's a gift.
Uh,
It is a patron spirit that literally slips from the deeper portions of the Umbra, uniting the wolves gathered, granting them a boon, sanctifying their struggles to reach as far as they have to overcome most of their opposition, and in the doing, it binds wolves one to the next into the land.
So it binds them to this cairn.
yes, which is why I had asked, but you guys said no, so I didn't say anything.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, we're here. I just, like, can you include people?
I offered, you guys said no, so I said, okay, cool.
Like, I want to be part of it. But can you also do people who aren't here?
Oh, I
Like, I don't
can't.
want to steal it, is what I mean. Like, I want to be part of it. I want to rededicate it and bind it and, like, be the heroes and shit. Right? Like, and they'll be so mad if it's just us. But I guess they could get over it.
Which is why I offered to dedicate it towards finding kin. Which will strengthen us all as a whole.
It would, a lot, because there's a lot of power here. However, we're going to come out basically looking like Raiden from Mortal Kombat once we absorb all of this power. They might suspect something went wrong, or something went very right on our side, which is kind of what you said that you didn't want the greedy bastard to do, but I said, hey, why don't we try this? And you said no.
I mean, I didn't say no. I said, but I mean, can you do it? But also,
it won't be as awesome, but it would be done.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take this opportunity to pursue greed and self-gain.
So you're not going to help me bind this tornado?
I'm not going to channel it into just our own gain.
Okay. So where would I channel it to? If anything, is us drawing a spirit from the deeper Umbra. They get the power and they will give us a boon. But no one else is here but us.
Which is why I was...
Okay. So what if we do bind it to us and we'll like go out there and be like, we are fucking awesome, but like we're willing to like rebind it to the whole clan because we're that awesome. But also we saved your asses.
It's simply... something has got to be done. The specifics of it can be hashed out later, I guess. But this is not supposed to be for us. This will not be for us.
But yeah. No. We're cool. We're not gonna steal it.
I think we
I have
should.
no interest in stealing it.
I think we should.
You do?
Why?
Who else cares about Rebel more than us? Everyone's profited from her actions. Everyone's profited off of her caring. The Sept is stronger because Rebel bound us, each and every last one, into understanding what our wolves were. Rebel gave of herself, and let's just admit it. Let's be honest with ourselves. We all know that, and he motions back to where you all came from, the bodies that were there, what madness those children brought into this place. And yeah, it's a lot of hard work ahead of us. But if not us, then who? Who would you let come here and wrest the power of all of that storm and say where it goes besides us? I don't have a choice but to trust you all. Rebel trusted you. And while Rebel trusted everybody, she kept certain people at a certain distance.
I'm not saying that we don't throttle this storm. I'm saying that we don't channel it into simply our own gain.
How are we
Not our own game. We're just stopping the storm.
We're
Let's
gaining
stop the
responsibility.
storm by becoming super duper awesome and important and responsible. So responsible. But also then, like, we'll go find Rebel, and then we can have her help us decide what to do with it.
Alright, well, we've got a plan then. Kale, work me through the steps. How do I help you here?
All of you guys stand relatively close to me so that when it gets channeled, you guys get it. And we'll go from there.
Fine.
Cool. What spirit? Hey, no. What's Rebel's spirit?
Well, it's only a hope that she shows up.
Didn't you say that
I
she
mean,
was a
like-
white howler?
Yeah, she's a white howler.
Yeah.
What's her totem? Do we... Anybody? Healer?
Yeah, I knew that they existed. I'm not too sure about the details.
The...
So what do we do? How do we do this?
Yeah.
Alright, Alright, so what we're gonna do is all of us gonna have to go into wolf form, and then we're gonna have to basically beseech and howl in one accord, and hopefully the spirit says, okay, cool. If not, they're gonna tell us to go pound sand.
Fun.
That sounds fun. We should do that.
Do you want me to...
Yeah, what can we do to make the spirits happy? Can we donate some I don't know, some rage to the spirit, or what are they?
I do not think filling the spirits with rage is the way to go about this.
I mean,
I'm gonna
I can-
veto that one. No. Try voice in one accord, and we're gonna try to do it very nicely, kind of almost pleadingly.
Okay.
They help us.
I'll talk to them then.
I think I'll do that.
Oh.
well, he does have the right.
Usually, that's kind of how that works. The guy who doing the right should be the one who does it. I mean, sure, you can, you could do it, but I don't think it'll turn out as good as we would hope.
You can give a good speech to like prime them, like to show to give them like, oh, this guy's cool, you should listen to him.
Let's do that. Let me butter them up. How about that? We just all howl together and we'll go from there.
Okay. If If the right works better with you at the helm and with you speaking, then I'll play my part so that we all get through this fine.
That works. Let's do that.
Just remember, no channeling rage. None of that. He looks it
No.
over to the meth head of the group.
We
Let's
ready.
forward.
We ready. We
Yeah.
don't want them to get pissed off.
Okay, get to it, I suppose.
Okay, storyteller, what is the renown of the pack?
It's the total dots, I believe,
Yes.
that we have.
And there were several ideas tossed off, several aims. As the guiding voice for this call, was there any of those tossed off ideas that KO is going to employ in regards to whom you're reaching out into the void for?
I sort of want to reach out to Rebel personally.
Excellent. Would you be so kind as to go ahead and total up the entirety, glory, renown of all of the pack members plus your etiquette?
That's gonna be 0 for me, Chief. I'm an honorable son of a bitch.
I got
So you
one.
have no glory?
I have no glory. I am not here for glory. I am here for honor.
That tracks, to be honest.
Fair. Alright. Aurora?
I have a lovely 1 glory, but it's gonna be so much more after this.
As is L. Lynn is 1 glory, as well as Lillian is no glory, honor and wisdom. And what does that leave for Kale? What is his glory renown? So that's 2 plus whatever.
Kale has 2.
It's all about the glory.
Nice.
5 plus etiquette, is that what you're saying?
Yep.
And my etiquette, which is 3.
Holy shit.
You got this. I believe in you.
That's 8 dice. Let's go.
Alright. Let's go. Alright. So
Glory.
I still don't have any rage though.
You don't.
Yeah, don't channel your rage into this. I said don't channel your rage.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think
Luckily
you
we don't have. I don't have any rage, so.
Yes, with a serene mind.
Yeah, I don't think you need it. Do you? Is it part of the ritual?
Yeah, he needs rage. Kale is all about the rage, and you can't get glory without rage.
Yeah.
Summon your rage.
Absolutely. Summon the rage elemental. That always turns out well.
Should
Well,
I
yeah.
reroll the failure, guys?
I mean, fuck it if you want to.
Yes.
Ain't no reason not to.
Do it.
Same result?
Oh,
Same result.
so
No, I got one more.
What?
You got
Oh
one more
yeah,
roll?
it's the same result. It's still a 5.
no,
Never
so
mind.
it's-
It
no, it's a
went from
total of
3 to a
6.
5.
it's a
No, it's a
6.
total of 6 successes.
Yeah, 6 is good.
Because honestly, perfectly honest, your first roll of 3 successes would have meant that instead of beseeching, instead of calling a cooperative relationship to fall into place, it would have been the most stereotypical antagonistic relationship between you, this pack that is forming, and the patron spirit. Because you would have missed by 1. You would have angered the patron spirit that is coming for you.
Oh.
Hey, good job.
And the former. You re-rolling means that your relationship, what comes for you, what charges through the wild abandon of all of the back of beyond, has a respectful, cooperative relationship with this pack.
Oh, just like me.
So as you all are, how?
What?
and singing and reciting your most memorized poem, your odes, your epics, your eddas, as you all are lending strength for strength, lending the strength of your name and your actions, who you are, to this passing. Kale is giving a oration of a line, of a nature, of a feeling equal to literally debating the devil himself. Mephistopheles is being put to shame as the storm rages and counterpoint, attempting to drown out your voices, attempting to waterlog you all and make you all give up the ghost, to give up the effort, to stop, to abate, to yield. Because at the end, there's one thing waiting for each and every last one of you, and that's death. Why die this way? Why die this day? What does the sept owe you all? What have they done for you? What has being a wolf done for you but bring more pain, more understanding as to how badly and poorly your lives are? Give up. Stop. Yield. Use your sense of logic. But you all don't. You stay the course. Occasionally having to lock arms to form a shield between the wind raising and Kale. If his voice stopped, so too did the right. You all managed to outlast. You managed to outroar the wind. And just as it reaches its apex, just as the eye of the storm has shrunken small enough that you all are standing toe to toe, nearly forehead to forehead in this small cone of peace, there is an answering roar. Not the mewing roar of a wolf, nor some far-flung, forgotten tiger hiding there in the dark. No, you hear the roar that C.S. Lewis ascribed to Aslan. The roar to end the war. The roar to summon the light. You hear Gabriel's horn. Judgment Day. The apocalypse is upon you. All of the chorus of heaven is singing in accord with your voices raised. And the storm begins to abate. The flash of lightning, the sound of thunder falls more and more distant as the roar in response to your dedication grows louder and closer. You all are not small beings when you shift into gyro form. You're not small beings in either of your forms. Your strength of character is resounding. You all, if on the right evening, on the right day, could stare down death itself. And yet, moving forward into the space, a huge feline shape. And by huge, they are literally as large as a Clydesdale. Bristling and brimming with muscles, its mane soaked, yet still somehow far larger than the width of its body. Its eyes glowing with lightning and thunder just there behind those leonine orbs. And as it enters the space, the calm, the peace, there's Rebel. Smirk on her face, looking at you all, working together, working in accord with all your disparate intentions and your personal leanings. The fact that you all, you five, are working together, you can tell that her heart, wherever it is, however many pieces it's in, soars at the idea of you all working together, knowing what you all might have to lose and still doing it anyway. And the moment she closes to just be able to reach out and touch, the storm dissipates, she disappears, and you all can smell the fresh green grass growing. It's almost as if the storm was hours ago. It's almost as if the darkness that pervaded was never there to begin with. You all each know what it's like to be victimized by your anger and your rage, and to have it abated by Rebel's touch and her conversation and her fellowship. And that's what you carry with you in this moment. That sense that you are once more in that basement. You, your troubles, and Rebel. And you know that whatever happens, everything will be okay.
Just once everything is resolved, and I presume they each, dislocate themselves from each other and peer around. Okay. Well, that worked. I don't know what else to quite say about that.
Well, I think we should hopefully not spread rumors about how awesome this moment was, because that could get us into trouble.
Yeah, just give me a second.
But that's what werewolves do. That's how we live, and
Yes, but we told the rest of those greedy bastards not to go in and try to steal the power, and then we walked in and ended up with the power. That's not going to be a good look.
well, we'll have the power. It'll be kind of obvious, but also Rebel was there. She gave it to us.
Yeah, but still, we made a lot of enemies. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
Not that I care, but we did make a lot of enemies.
If they were our enemies after this, doing the right thing, they were our enemies anyway.
Well, they were our enemies before, but this just made them even more so our enemies. So as long as everyone understands that, we can move forward.
Hey, Adris.
We didn't.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we do like a benediction or a prayer?
Yeah, that works. Give me a second. He stands back up. Approaches. What are we dedicating this to, then?
New pack?
I like that. Our new
Birth of a pack?
That's not so much like a birth of a nation.
Isn't it?
What, our nation of
Hopefully.
5?
It's a start.
It's a start.
It is.
All right, Padre. Fire away.
Oh shit, I'm actually expected to say something here. Okay.
Yeah, I did my part. Your turn.
Like the cycle that is so important to the workings of the world and all that we work towards protecting and continuing, the end of some things leads to the birth of another. The deaths and the tragedies that we have experienced leads to the bond that we all share, the protection, I would say, that we have been granted by our guide even after their passing. Where before we were brought together by Rebel, which is such a curious thing in and of itself, to be the carrier of such a name and yet bring such unity. Where before we were brought together to taught how to be what we really are. Today, in this cairn, we are truly bonded now. We are truly a pack. We are truly what we should be and always have been. And in such a way, she has continued her work and has continued to bless us even after she has left us. Physically, if not spiritually. As I think everyone here can very truthfully and with much conviction say that she will never fully leave us.
Here, here.
Well then,
That works.
now, unfortunately, I don't have the proper robes or a nice pinion to stand at.
What about
Don't
the?
forget
But,
the incense as well.
Who knows? Maybe we can come back to the church and I'll give us a nice proper sermon.
What about the wafers? I like those wafers. Those taste good.
I actually have a bag of them in my car.
Do you?
And grape juice. Need grape juice.
I do not have grape juice. I do have wine, though.
Ooh, that works.
You know what's awesome? Wine and
Oh.
meth.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had a flash of just incandescent pain, I guess, and lost focus.
Well, it's not like it'll permanently hurt us, right? We all could do a little meth to kind of celebrate, to understand what.
Yeah.
Wait, is that what I missed? Is that? No, I'm not doing meth. I thought we established this. I don't do drugs.
Well, she said wine and
You
meth.
want-
Look, how about
What
this?
if we mix the meth in the wine?
No,
And make it holy?
I'm not going to bless your meth.
Be a better dancer.
Why not? You're a priest.
I am, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to bless meth.
You know what they say? Bless this meth.
Who says that?
It
People who
sounds
smoke
good.
meth.
People put it on like the kitschy signs. It says bless this meth.
I
Yeah,
I would actually love for you to attend one of our AA meetings. If you would be so kind as to, like, I think it would be very beneficial for you.
But drinking's not her problem. It's the other stuff.
No, I'm fully aware, but
Not
this
that is a problem. I'm werewolf.
I think sitting in and listening to people's stories about it might help you, I don't know, get off the stuff.
Okay, if you bless my meth, I will go to your meeting.
I gotta see this.
Deal?
Fine, fine.
Wait. Anybody got a camera? I gotta see this. I gotta record this.
If
As
you hold
the-
out your hand to wait, am I a wolf?
As she
Yeah.
holds out her
You
paw,
hold up your paw, like to shake.
I suppose we bump paws.
Nice.
I what's up?
Is that how? What? I don't know. But we should probably go deal with the others before they. And sure enough, just like when you speak of Mephistopheles, just like when you speak of the devil himself, when you call him by name, he appears. You all can hear the vainglorious howls of several wolves a hunt, announcing that they are here, that the spirit world will shake and tremble because the stewards of vainglory that are the other members of the sept stepping through, fighting their way through the penumbra across the barrier into the umbra, slowly begin making their arrival. And they're taking the long, hard way. They didn't have Adris opening a space through for them. They're fighting through the penumbra, the step sideways to be here to, well, it's anybody's guess what they're here for.
All right. Well, if things start looking like they're going sideways, just gather around. It'll take them longer to get out than it'll take me.
It'll be fine.
Maybe we should
It'll
let
be
them
impressive.
Maybe we should let them deal with the cleanup by themselves. After all, that's not easy. Stepping sideways with no water, no mirror, no silver. They're fighting their way through the gauntlet to get here.
Well, maybe we should go help them. This is our cairn now.
I'm just wondering what would have spurred them to come through here.
Yeah, who's gonna? What could possibly force a werewolf to run towards anything or from anything? That'll be fine. After all, what's the worst could be happening, right? It's not like we left them with outsiders who had planned on splitting the party.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh God! If that man is causing problems, I swear.
We left him, so obviously that's what happened.
I mean, so what do you want to do? You want to go like offer to help, like nice.
No, they've made their way through. We just need to figure out whether or not they're coming through for not so fun purposes or.
Right.
You know what? Actually, I think we're just all mutually aware that we don't need to be here when they get here. Actually, right? Agreed?
I agree. I think we should leave like now.
Yeah, a bunch of wolves coming through in unison right after he gestures towards what just happened.
Not very glorious. Maybe kind of wise though.
Yeah, let's not be here.
What are you gonna do? Like kick our ass?
You
Probably
never
so.
know.
Could they even kick our ass right now? We're pretty awesome right now.
One should never have too much confidence in themselves, as that is the way that you let the devil slip in.
You mean like
That's
those
not
guys?
normal.
Hey, is he missing his eye? Holy shit!
Who? What?
Was
As
he
he
missing
looks-
it before? That's, I think, the most important question.
And it is.
I assume that some of the wolves have breached through.
Yes, they're nearly completely through. One of them.
Let's go now. Andreas, now. Let's go. Now.
Well, I'm gonna let nobody finish his narration real quick, and then we'll decide.
One of them literally is missing their eye, and another is missing a hand and a few fingers. They're stepping sideways, bloody, pulpy messes of themselves.
Any unfamiliar figures?
Not a one. You're sure that's Sharpie who's stepping through, missing the eye, and you're pretty sure that with him is, as always, usually there's Blix, who's not that fun of a guy, but he's not unfun. He's just a little serious about, most things. He wasn't there when before you all left either.
Hmm.
And they are slightly younger wolves. They are at the lower end of your time as wolves. Like, you guys have been wolves anywhere from 5 to the outside 9.5 years. These guys have been wolves a year to 3 maybe at the outside. So experienced enough, but not actually experienced.
Okay. Are they the injured ones, or does it look like everyone else is the injured ones?
No, they're definitely injured. Sharpie is missing an eye. Blix is missing a hand. Looks like someone tried to run him through with a rusty pole. So yeah.
All right. Well, obviously something happened. We can always do a quick jump out if they decide that they want to get frisky, okay?
Holy shit! Why is
Let's at least...
why is good guy Greg missing his leg and most of his arm?
Okay, just give me a moment. I'm gonna try and figure out... Hey, what happened? Why do you all look like you've been ripped up?
They're Fenris! And as he says that, you could tell the effort and exertions on trying to escape, to live to fight another day, have caught up to good guy Greg as he expires.
No, not good guy Greg.
Oh, fun. So, who did he indicate?
He's stepping into the Umbra. He's stepping where you all are. In his indications, well, what they're fearing or fleeing or flying from is clearly on the other side.
Okay.
Can we use our new Karen powers to like help support them and make them heal or feel stronger or whatever? Something cool.
That's a good question.
Not a clue.
That's a good question. What do you think? Is it really? Are you going to stay here and begin trying to find, command one of the spirits who are floating through the area, the goodwill of Lion himself? Are you going to attempt to utilize the abilities of the Cairn, or force the abilities of the Cairn to obey your wills and your want in the here and now?
Whoa. Nobody said anything about forcing the core Karen. We're friends now.
I don't know. What are your thoughts, guys? Do we want to stay here and try and help those that are coming in, or bop out and take the fight to whatever is out there?
It's our duty now that we're responsible for the Cairn, isn't it?
I believe so. To defend it.
Yeah.
Defend
We
it
have
and
to
to
defend
help
it and
help Decept.
Couldn't we just hide
yeah,
here?
that's kind of our job.
Yeah, but couldn't we just hide here and let anybody that comes over here, we help them on this side instead of going over there?
Hide
No.
like cowards?
Why is it
No,
cowardly
no.
to help? God.
It's cowardly to hide rather than try to go out, stop what's happening, and help those that we can.
I say we help the ones that are here, and then anyone who wants to can come with us to the other side, and we'll lead them out the easy way.
I need to go over there and stop whatever Fenris is here to stop them from taking over. Because they take over out there, they take over in here. Because
Yeah,
everybody going to get here is going to be beaten up.
Yeah, it's a situation of, like, those that have managed to make it in here, they're in a better situation than those that haven't.
And we have to help those who haven't.
Lion maybe can grant us a boon for strength to help protect the Cairn.
All right. Hey, Kale, do you want to punch me in the teeth really quickly? Because I need to get angry as fuck.
I'll do it, and I just
Wait. I know something that'll make you.
wait. I don't punch you.
That will make you even more angry.
I don't punch you.
Olin steps over and pisses on Kale's shoes.
Oh, wait, what the fuck?
His anger flares. I needed that.
Do you have any idea how long it takes to clean these?
No, but you can show us when we're done. And she bites you again. in the air.
Stop that!
Are you angry?
Oh, yes, but
Nice.
you don't need to continue doing it.
Don't I though?
Would you be so kind as to go ahead and roll your resolve plus composure for me, please, both of you guys?
Oh wait, do I have to? Do I want to fail this?
Just roll.
Yeah, obviously.
That would be very, very unfortunate. Do I count for rage or no?
No, just resolve plus composure. No need for rage right now.
Okay.
Yes, I got 1. Whoops, I put it in the wrong channel, but whatever. Rage! Despite all my rage, I'm still just a...
All right. So for the record, well, that was weird, but just for the record, your outcome, the larger outcome, is how much rage you all attain.
Oh no. Wait, are you saying I'm very, very angry right now?
Why would you think you're very, very angry? It's not. There's no way that being urinated on could possibly affect you that much, right?
Alright, these motherfuckers are going down. I need to vent this somewhere. Everybody gather around. Sorry if I break you a little bit before we port through.
And as you all have a destination in mind, as you all have an aim that you are shooting for, it is exactly 9 after. Let's take a quick 10 and be back here at 19 after. But here's the question. Did he miss the first attack, or did he just not score enough damage? Because he didn't miss the first attack. He actually hit, but the other guy just hit harder.
That's true.
Oh, he missed completely the first attack, and then he got gutted, and then, he shared all the pain that came with it. And the guy just couldn't handle it. It was too much for him.
Bro, I think I need to drink more water. Like, I accidentally fucking cut myself on a nail. My blood is really fucking dark.
Yeah, you probably should.
That's all the evil in your heart. Don't worry about it.
Or find a vampire.
Oh, yeah, definitely. My body is poisoning itself because I'm listening to fucking Bring Me the Horizon.
See, that was the problem. Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I love the memes.
You don't have to prove that you're a vampire to us. We believe you. We don't need your sluggish vitae all over the floor.
We have faith in you. And speaking of faith, you all have... we will assume that you all are of a sufficient age to have watched the landing at Normandy, seen clips and memes, and sat down and watched the recreation done on Saving Private Ryan. We are going to say that you all are old enough to understand in brutal, visceral, graphic clarity what it feels like and what it looks like and what it smells like to shove someone into a wood chipper. We will say that you all have the age and experience enough to understand what the end of existence looks like when it's happening to someone else. And the reason why we're saying all of this is because with the summoned rage, with the dragging forth of the pain that you've all survived and experienced, and the glory that you've all been witness to, the kindness and all of the edge cases of humanity and wolfkind, both its gruesome gory and its bright everlasting glory. Stepping sideways is normally a fight. Normally, with the new normal, with the changes that have happened, with the losses that have accumulated, making your way through the penumbra, especially without having a focus, a large enough reflective body of silver or of light, it is hell. It is throwing yourself emotionally through that wood chipper to bring your physical body into the spiritual realm. Utilizing Adres's shard, you are able to do so in the quickest, smoothest, and easiest manner possible. There's no fighting your way through the gauntlet. There's no moment of shocked realization crossing from one barrier to the next. Meaning that when you all step sideways with Adres's shard, you are able to arrive where you are in the actual Umbra, in the actual spiritual version of the cairn, into reality fairly quickly with all due haste. And so seeing a sept be decimated, seeing wolves not melting into sludge as their physical body deteriorates rapidly in the spirit world, while shocking, is only mentally damaging. You all understand the realities of losing this war, losing these battles. You understand that death is unfortunately the outcome of all things. It doesn't stop it from being a little scarring. Your sept, those wolves that were here, those wolves that obeyed the litany, those wolves who had survived battles by the score previous to now being laid low because it was in fact a trap. The whole point of the Alabama pack was to split the sept, to take out the strongest members, to take control of the cairn. And their plan, without you all there acting as the voices of reason and whimsy, has been being carried out. It is clear that Nash pushed and fought, and Gray complained, and you all did what you were accustomed to doing with one another, save you didn't have the unifying glue of Rebel. Save you didn't have the heart of the cairn, the heart of the sept there to keep things balanced and wary enough for the other wolves flooding into the cairn. You didn't have Rebel there keeping watch, keeping the other members active. And just because we let people in the house don't mean we're gonna let them wrap with the refrigerator. Just because we gonna be kind to the guests until they're no longer able to be kind doesn't mean we're gonna let our guards down. Instead, people fell back to their comfort food of argumentation or both bluster and bravado, relying on the reputation of their past actions to speak for them to ensure their safety. And the result of that foolishness, as is the result of every fool's decision, is laid bare for you. Missing limbs, torn faces, snapped jaws, split open as if someone put in the jaws of life in reverse. The wolves fighting tooth and nail. And the fact that the sept is in fact outnumbered is a very difficult thing to truly come to grips with. The five who were there, the five who arrived, the five who were formerly part of Rebel's pack, Care Bear, Tanaka, Cold, Jungle Swirl, and Martina, were not in fact just singular wolves. They were generals. They were leaders. They were proselytizers for the, in fact, cults of Fenris. Cairns used as battle stations, taking the fight to the heart of the worm, understanding and wholeheartedly embodying either with us or against us, even when it comes to the wolves themselves. So as you all step sideways and find yourself here in the midst of the heart of battle, what is it that's going on with you all?
seeing the carnage caused by the betrayal, caused by the insidiousness and the disrespect to Rebel's memory and her works. There's no turning back or fleeing into the cairn for Andres. He will save as much of it as he can, going through whoever he has to.
Point of clarity, how much rage did we all end up with? Because that changes how my answer's going to be.
The full benefit landed on Adras. He rolled the 5, but it's actually 7 divided by you 3, which means everyone ended up with a minimum of 2.
Okay.
I can live with that. For Kale, it's basically he's just looking at it that obviously judgment has to be rendered for this. A pound of flesh is old, and at this point, this is going to happen and need to happen. Whether or not he preferred not to harm anyone, sure, but in this case, yeah, it has to happen, and then there's no going back for it. Didn't face the Karen if he did not protect the Karen and the rest of the wolves, so it has to happen.
For Aurora, she is just... She steps out in Krynos form.
Yep, that's a solid answer.
That's a solid answer, yeah.
Okay.
And, what'd you say, Nova?
No. So everyone, the moment that you all, the real world materializes around you all, everyone forgoes any semblance of conversation, forgoes any semblance of civility, forgoes any semblance of quarter and measure given. Everyone gives wholly over to their war form, to their sense of might making right.
Yeah, the only addition I have to this, I would like to, because this is the first time I can reasonably use this ability, I would like to engage with the Howl of Assembly to call those still fighting to us, to call those who maybe fled out of fear to us, and to kind of rally the troops, as it were.
Nice.
Definitely nice.
So, appearing as if from nowhere, because that's what it's like stepping sideways, and being able to do so again without a large reflective surface, no huge mirror, no body of water, literally rippling into existence. Everyone shifting into their war form. These massive, bear-sized bipedal wolves. These engines of destruction. A howl breaking loose. Deeper and more resonant than any wolf's howl that has ever been heard. Would you be so kind as to roll, one, spend your 1 rage, and then roll your charisma plus honor for me, please.
Will do, Chip. That's depression right there. That's pure depression. But, go away. Down to 3. Now, charisma 3, honor 2. Let's go.
So I had 1, and now I have 3 rage.
Well, now everyone gains, each and every last one of you all of the members of the Sept who are within supernatural hearing range of that howl that carries on one long strident note that's deep and vainglorious as every dirge, that is filled with every hope, every focus and attrition to the wrongs done you and everyone like you. Please add 2 willpower immediately. And the moment that the howl reaches its apex, its final reverberations, those who were on the fence, nearly beaten or not quite forced into submission to accept their judgment of the cult of Fenris, there's a lightning flash behind their eyes. There's a rededication of their focus, their drive. You can see muscles tensing. You can see teeth, grit, and determination. And they fight free of those who are hounding them, who are harrying them, those separated and disparate, not able to get their battle plans together, not able to work together, are syncing up. They're pulling back, but it's not the retreat that most would assume, because there's no one to where to retreat to. You all are in your cairn, you are in your house, and these sons of, and you can see it, everyone slowly getting incensed, everyone being empowered by the fact this is their home, this is your right, this is your space, this is your place. The cultists dedicated in their drive. You are either with us or against us. Here howled here and there. You betrayer of wolf kind, as they push their point and try to harry you all, the Sept of the Secret Coast, back into nothingness, to take the cairn by force and strength of arms. And the resistance, the unified efforts, proving more than substantial enough to stave them all, to force a pause, to find a bit of daylight. What is it that you all are doing?
Well, go on, do your thing.
The Fenris that was the biggest asshole, I'm gonna eat him.
Okay.
I mean, the biggest asshole to me personally.
Oh.
So, I guess...
Uh-huh.
Continue. No, sorry, I guess the general assessment from our lovely Garu's declaration there is that after the battle lines reform, we're charging. Is that what I'm getting here, Rora?
That is what Rora is doing.
All right. Well,
hopes you will join her.
Yeah. No. Fuck it. We ball.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. No speeches. No speeches, no declarations, just get it.
Well,
I'm more than happy to give some words as we move to clash.
I mean, I could do an impassioned plea, but I don't think that would be appropriate right at this exact moment.
Nah, I can definitely decry their actions and add in that sexy ancestral conviction. I am strengthening the willpower of our men as they charge in the battle, alright? Just, you are the traitors here. You have come to this sacred place and spilled the blood of your kin. You deserve not our words, but our fury. You deserve no mercy! You deserve death!
Indeed you do. How successful are you?
Is there any way I can help push his?
Oh yeah, like
Speech.
yeah, give him a bonus die.
Okay. Well, that being the case, go ahead, spend that willpower to empower your words.
Will do.
And, that's Lily. Would you be so kind as to go ahead and... Well, I need one of you all to roll for Lillian for me. Because her method of assistance is, while verbal, isn't oration. It is the enunciation of thought and emotion through song and sound. That doesn't change just because her shape changes. At least not for other wolves. So as he's speaking and rallying the troops, she's singing along in that very wolfy, lupine, full-throated howling and mourning of what's happening. Which, based on her successes, she'll add a +1 for him. So that would be a power of her personality and her skill, which would be a grand total of... There we go. 3 dice, please. Roll as high as you can. Each success will add a die to Adres's speech, his impassioned rallying of the troops and focusing everyone towards their goal. Kale, while you are a judge, jury, and often an executioner, rallying those who are bent towards allyship is where his skills reside. Is he attempting to appeal to the better judgment of those gathered? Is he attempting to appeal to their fury? How is he attempting to help direct this aggression? How is he attempting to help Adres achieve the goal of this rallying cry?
He would attempt to appeal to... how would I put this? He wants to appeal to their aggression, but by channeling it to focusing it towards our shared enemy.
Okay, so
But because his focus is like an impassioned plea wouldn't work, so that's the reason why I'm not really sure how to do that.
Okay.
Is this like a think of your sons and daughters moment? Is that what you're trying to pull off?
I was thinking kind of a think of your sons and daughters / Braveheart, where he...
They will never take our can!
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Mr. Guns, go ahead and roll the strength of your personality, which is your charisma, plus your persuasion.
I have one more thing to support this with. Rora reaches into whatever. She finds the scrap of branded spiral dancer, and she holds up this dripping, gory piece of flesh, and she growls, "Black spirals."
Okay. So, that being the case, would you be so kind as to go ahead and roll your manipulation plus persuasion +1?
Mine?
Yes.
Yep.
Question, am I burning a willpower for this?
Are you?
Or is it unneeded?
You haven't rolled anything yet, so you don't know whether you want to, spend that second chance. Unless, of course, you have a right to add.
Yes, I was going to add the ancestral. What is it called? The ancestral something or doohickey? Ancestral conviction.
Aha.
Hey, same here. Let's go.
Spend it. Spend it. Call on the voice of your ancestors. Call on the righteousness inherent in the blood of wolves.
So here's a question, nobody. Is the moon out? I would assume so.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Well, would my rallying howl count as a moon-quickened howl?
I vote yes.
I'm trying to decide on whether it's actually his first time seeing it this evening. Remember, it has to be their first time seeing it. Technically, stepping sideways, you're not in the real world, so this, again, kind of sort of resets things. So yes, let's say that is the fact the first time you've seen it. It counts because you weren't here. You weren't in the physical world.
Bueno. I was not aware it was the first time you've seen it in the evening, but yeah. So, oh yeah, I've got a lot of resources to burn, baby.
Alright. So, that's 2 from Lillian. That is 6 from Rora. Now we're waiting on Kale. There we go. 3. So that's 8, 11. Alright.
Now, what do I roll?
You would be so kind as to go ahead and roll your charisma plus either your leadership or persuasion.
Now, see, this is the thing. I have more dice in persuasion, but I feel it's truer to the Falcon, the patron of the Silver Fangs, to roll leadership here.
Do it.
Okay, and this is. Do I have any benefits here?
No, not for this roll. You already have a advantage of 11. Don't worry about that.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I don't like that. Give me a second. No, God, that's rough.
Yeah, you can't reroll rage dice.
I mean, is this is technically a roll to hurt them, is it not?
You might want to go ahead and tap that little red button that says Brutal Game +4. Alright. So.
You did like that outcome.
That's a lot better than what we were looking at.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
So. One of the many myths that was far less myth than most people consider. The reason for Harriet Tubman's shotgun had nothing to do with the enemies aligned against those she was transporting. It was to cow those she was guiding to freedom into subservience until they got safely where they were going. It was a reminder that you would either achieve success or you die. There's no going back. There's no changing your mind. There's no sitting on the fence halfway to victory. In a similarly violent display of power, as Adras and the pack, which still hasn't given themselves a name yet, launch into battle, rallying those wolves who were nearly fallen or who were nearly beaten or who had considered evasion and escape into the Umbra to get away temporarily, to run far enough so that they could be able to slip away otherwise. Trample, tear through those who were considering stepping sideways or were attempting to get underfoot, undeterred by the bodies of the fallen, undeterred by the carnage left in their wake, they stride forward and crash, slam through and slam on, slashing and howling and otherwise engaging in the most violent displays of what it means to be a werewolf. The engines of destruction have been pushed and idled until the point of near destruction of their own cause, and bodies fall left, right, and center. The beaten wolves of the Sept of the Secret Coast manage to rally in every definition of the word, and the cult of Fenris, the pack of Alabama, their trap sprung and still somehow not successful, began fleeing, began running. Some of them attempting to tear through the penumbra past the gauntlet into the umbra of the cairn itself, caught midway. And it's not a physical barrier. It feels that way for every wolf attempting to rise through the gauntlet. Yet you all treat it as such, as if half the body has made it past the elevator doors and the other is this side of it, and you tear free, leaving portions of them crawling into the umbra or stuck halfway in. To say that it is a carnage, to say that there is a mass of just unending bloodshed, would be an understatement. What would have taken 2, 3, 6 rounds maybe to rout them, what would have taken a prolonged, protracted battle of aggression is over sooner. It is a massacre in reverse. And the thing that bothers you all, winded, slowly losing your rage and realizing what you've all wrought, the thing that bothers you most, as you all are tending to wounds and slowly mending past the pain that you've all experienced, there's Rebel smiling at you all, as if you've all done something great. And as you all catch full sight of her, instead of it just being at the corner of your eyes, a phantom of the light, as you turn towards it, Rebel isn't there, but instead a bipedal lion, a Pictish blue streak down the left side of its face, and chuckling, beckoning you all like Captain Ahab himself. The question becomes, having led the Sept on a group hunt, because that's what this battle was, and what this war was, a unifying display of your authority and your power. What is it that you all are doing, standing over the carcasses and desiccating physical manner of your would-be betrayers?
Well, at this point, as you had said prior, Adras would be doing his best to go about and help those that survived in what way possible. He's not very good with medicine, but he is something of a comforting force. Those that struggle afterwards, he would commune with and help talk their way through whatever grief they might be dealing with.
In sharp contrast, Rora is going through all of the dead Fenris bodies, carving out the spirals, and creating 2 pyres. One for the fallen heroes of their tribe, and one for the enemies so they don't taint the place any further.
I just realized we just had to deal with a death tornado in there. Are we gonna have another one?
That's why I'm burning them, man. God, it's like you don't like fire tornadoes. They're already dead. You can't undead them. That's not a thing, undead.
Well, it is if they were vampires.
No, there's no such thing as vampires. Gosh.
Well, there are energy vampires.
Okay. Energy vampires. Fine.
And aliens.
And aliens. Also normal. But yeah, it's like she's also gonna enlist the help of any theurgists to, like, you know, do this right. But she definitely wants to be in on the burning stuff because she's into that now.
Kill helps as whatever people need him to do, he helps. But he has like no help in medicine, so if they say hold him down, Kale can try to do that. They say stitch the person up, he tries.
But can he though? He seems a little squeamish around blood.
Yeah, it's not really his thing, but you know, they are like part of the Karen, so you know.
So as you all are moving, prowling the inner sanctum of your territory, of your cairn, what names are you all seeing? What other wolves are you seeing as you attempt to help the pack, the sept?
Well, I imagine during his rounds, seeing familiar faces from his hometown pack, be it Ada Marie, Mary Margaret, Oedipus. Did Mimi survive?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Remember, there's the total limit number that you all have. So part of what you're doing in who it is that you see are counting that down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh fuck! We have to kill at least 9 of the pictures here.
No, we have to mourn them.
Okay. Alright, okay. Then he will join by the side of Ada as she is weeping over the remains of... Give me a 1d4, baby. Give me a 1d4. We'll do it this way. Here we go. Okay, that's a 10. Alright, so, everyone give me an answer. Is 10 high or is 10 low?
10 is met.
What? No, bit. 10 high, 10 low.
That's what I said. It's high.
Okay, it's high. It is pretty mid. Alright, he joins by the side of Ada as she mourns over the corpse of Mary Margaret, the fellow Philodox Silverfang. and good friend of Mimi Dayton. They shared a lot in their history and their dress style. And now I'm going to roll another 1d10, and we'll see how this goes here. Alright, boys. Is 4 high or is 4 low?
It's mid.
Okay. Sherry, is 4 high or 4 low?
Okay. 1 through 4 is low. 5 through 0 is high.
Okay, so 4 will be low then. At this point, while in between her sobs, Ada asks where Money is, as he got lost somewhere in the middle of the fight. And, well, unfortunately, as he's in the middle of consoling her, he kind of looks off to the right and sees Sherry carefully moving, or not Sherry, he sees Rora, there we go, carefully moving a somewhat cozily yet well-dressed man's body, missing a head and an arm, the plaid suit that he was wearing stained with gore and blood. He has his answer. Alright, I've given up 3, you assholes!
Why'd you give up 3? I kinda got lost in the translation.
So, you know, the people we were supposed to be given names, some of them have to die. Because we get a total of 16 wolves, including ourselves, have made it through. So,
oh god, wait a second.
Us and Lil is like 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there's 5 of us, and then we each have 5 pack mates.
And only 16 get to survive.
Wait, hold on. The math isn't mathing yet.
There are 30 wolves, and only 16 of them survived.
We went down to half.
Yeah, a little bit over. Yeah, we have to mourn 14 fucking wolves. So, I'm giving each of you the choice over which wolves from your pack unfortunately did not make it.
I didn't like most of my pack anyway. Fuck them.
I'll take some more of mine.
This man just said, I don't care about any of these bitches.
That's beautiful.
Can I just say, can I make a choice for you? I think Nash died. Fuck that guy.
Oh shit, do we have to save some people from Lil's pack?
I mean,
we don't have to. She wasn't here.
Hey, invest emotions, people. Feel bad for those that died. Don't just yeet them into the great beyond.
I didn't know them.
Whoa.
Oh, nobody. Did you just save Nash? Did you just escort him into the safe zone?
What are you talking about?
I'm watching the Miro right now.
I want to save Verdun.
Yeah.
And Aduile.
Okay.
And Chester.
And Chester?
Alright.
Listen, somebody's got to teach me how to fight, and Chester will do it.
Yes, she might.
Alright. Let's see.
Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh god, we've got so many more left to do. I don't like this.
You only have to choose the ones that live,
What?
and the
Oh no,
ones that die are just everybody else.
that's not how I'm looking at it.
So well, you can only save so many. Which ones did you make an effort to save during the battle?
All of them, regardless of... it's just unfortunately you don't necessarily have a choice in every matter.
Well, we clearly didn't save any of Kale's pack.
No. It's just that most of my pack are all women, so you know.
Wait, what does that mean, Kale?
Okay, Kale didn't survive. Kale survived, but then I threw him in the fire anyway.
We needed the rage dice back, you know?
Well, no, I mean it's just that as far as order of importance, since my entire pack had like 90% women, it just I have to pick the women who die.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, like, order of importance, what does that have to do in this scenario?
Mainly because, like, Joe, he gonna die more than likely. Because he looks like someone who's gonna die.
What? Joe looks like he'd whoop my ass.
Yeah, I know, but that's the reason why he's gonna die. Because they're gonna actually target him because he looks like a guy who will whoop somebody's ass.
Oh, actually, wait a second. I believe nobody has already confirmed that Greg did die. Greg made his way into the cairn and then died after telling us there was fucking Fenris out there.
Oh.
Nobody, am I remembering the narration correctly?
You are absolutely correct.
Alright, well, you have 3 people left.
In my pack?
There's only 3 people in your pack that remain, unless any more of them, unfortunately, just did not survive the battle.
Has Kale been kin killing?
Peter...
Has Kale been kin killing?
Well, he's sorting through some.
It's not that he's a kin killer, it's that he just needs a meat shield or 5.
Absolutely. Oh no, that claw's about to go through my rib cage. Hey, friend.
Stand right here. I'm thinking probably Danielle, Amber, Wells, Newman, Peter, Richard, Alan, Wells, Newman, and probably Nadia.
Wait, I don't remember saying that Mimi died. Oh, I'm sad now.
I think you didn't say that she lived.
Oh
no. Yeah.
Okay. I feel really bad having to like go through the other players' packs and more or less choose.
Yeah.
Okay. It is what it is. We're gonna get out the good old dice pot. How many are down so far?
How many slots do we have left?
So 29 slots. We have 16 in total. 29 to choose from. No, 28 to choose from.
We don't have 16 to save because we gotta take our number out of that.
You're right, we only have 12 to save. Oh my god, that's so much worse. Okay. 3, I've got 2. So far there are 3 over here, so that's 5. 6, 7 for... you got how many?
3.
Alright, so 6, 7 for me and Kale. 8 for Lilia, 9 for Ellen, 10 for you, and you said you have 3 people?
Yes.
Okay.
I saved for my pack.
Alright, so one more person, we've got to decide. Did somebody from the other 2 packs survive?
Actually, yeah.
I would also bet to Lily, personally.
Yeah, let's let's let
Offload? This is so fucked up. This is like morally crushing me because I don't like going through here with a dart and just throwing it at the pictures on the wall. It's so fucked.
that's why he was an asshole and made us name them.
That is 100%.
Personally, I thought since those two people were married, they'd be best if they died together.
You're looking at you're looking at the Las Vegas pack, by the way. You know that, right?
I think we should save medicine. With the Philodox Heart Warden, who's the patch doc who comes to clean up.
I'm glad at least one of those that I named makes it out. I'm very depressed that you murdered Marty.
Oh, I wanted to save Marty.
It's no takesy backsies. You killed her.
I didn't kill her.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know if I had enough. I was trying not to take all the slots.
All right. It's okay. I get you.
Okay.
What I will do though, in order to like put in our budget at least fucking one of the Pascagoulins to survive, I'm gonna roll another die. If it rolls 6 and above, unfortunately Ada dies. No. Yeah, unfortunately Ada dies. And if it rolls low, Oedipus dies.
Not Oedipus. That's my husband. Actually, that is named after Rob's character. So.
Oh no, that would be very unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's low. That is a natural 1.
Ain't get much lower than that.
And was low Ada?
No, I believe I said high was Ada, low was Oedipus. Isn't that right, guys? Or am I fucked up?
For living.
No, I said for dying.
Yeah, but you were wrong. Can't kill Rob.
I'm sorry, Rob's a zombie now.
Now, you know, he knows both sides of the umbrella.
This
is knowledge.
This is vengeance from Marty. Also, canonically, it makes sense since I'm over here grieving next to Ada. It would really suck if I was grieving next to Ada and then she succumbed to her wounds. Like, that would be so depressing.
Yeah, it would. Have you considered licking her wounds?
Hey now.
It's definitely gonna work, right?
Sorry nobody, but you never lick a woman's gash in public.
Well, you can. I mean, this area is relatively secluded.
Just all the wolves running around.
Feel free to bleep me on YouTube for that one, Nobu.
So here's the thing. You all have 5, 6, 9 wolves survived.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves a grand total of 7 to be decided. Now, where are those 7 coming from?
Oh.
We already said medicine is one of those 7. But what about the others there in the Waveland pack?
Alright, so we have got a few more selections. Guys, if you're wanting to, I suppose, revive any of yours, we can split them up evenly amongst the rest of the packs. I'm willing to eat the deaths.
I vote we save Oedipus.
What? No.
Can't say that. I'm gonna tell Rob.
You're gonna tell Rob that he died?
Yeah, and then he won't let you come over and play with me.
Alright, well, let's go down the list and see what happens, okay? We're looking at Pascagoula now. There's a 1 through 5, so I'm going to roll...
Actually, why don't you do this? Give each wolf a number, and roll a D, whatever that total number is, and that person survives.
Over here? Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
So starting from the right side and moving up, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Handy.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Lorena Dominguez is the only one to survive with the Pascagoula pack.
Well, she got lucky.
Did she?
I don't see what the problem is.
Did she though? Having to live and deal with the fact that you all let the enemy get close enough, and the enemy looked like you.
Yeah.
Did she shift and fight?
Yep.
Well, you know what?
Then, hey.
They believed us when we said, what the fuck, we're looking for Rebel. These people are probably being naughty.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's all 12 of us. Or sorry, all 16 of us, if I'm not mistaken. Or are we 4 dead more than we should be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're 4 dead more than we should be.
Oh, good. We'll save some more. Let's save Marty.
Okay, if you're saving Marty, I'll give you Oedipus. All right, we've got 2 more that we can save.
Do we have more in,
There, we could save another pass.
one from Pascagoula and one from, where's Lil?
Waveland?
Waveland.
Okay. Actually, I believe. No, Blix was out. Did Blix make it into the cairn? I believe Blix made it into the cairn, didn't he?
He did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's the one from Waveland.
Nice. My friend Mike will be pleased because that.
I'm actually a little bit flustered about this because like Mimi was my favorite.
Oh, we can save Mimi.
Yeah, she should burn.
Oh boy. All right, I feel like Kale unfortunately died in that battle. Like I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. Don't know what happened there, but he just
So 1, 2,
kicked off.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay, you
14.
keep doing that, and all I can think is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, yes, but we're counting deaths, so that's a different spin on it. I don't have a problem with it.
Do you have
Wait,
a
are we
problem
still-
with much?
All right, I'm gonna have to wait until nobody gets done moving all of these because my math keeps fucking with me.
Map does that.
Math is real
All right,
good.
so we've got 1, 2, 6, 7,
I don't
8,
need to
9,
find
10.
that's us. Kale should be over there being saved.
11,
Why?
12.
Oh, good guy Greg. No, he died on screen.
He died on screen, so he didn't make it.
Okay, I think we somehow still have 2 selections to be made.
Did
If my
you
math-
select
mathing.
Lil?
Where's Kale is over there.
So
Kale's
if we take medicine into account because he's still over there, I'm pretty sure that medicine and Lorena are the only 2 that haven't been drug over to the safety box yet.
Lorena? What's her
Or,
last
sorry.
name?
Dominguez.
What's her last name? That sounds made up. There's no
Dead body?
There's no
It's
one
literally-
named Lorena.
It's Lorena Dominguez. So
Oh, you suck.
we have 2 selections to be made.
This is hard.
Nobody. I see that you're moving stuff in my Miro, but I can't get to where you are. And it's driving me nuts.
Can you zoom out?
So, Nobu,
I've zoomed out to 1%.
Oh wow.
Nobu, did Mimi die prior to or after the battle? Like, did she die during the battle?
That's what you guys tell me.
Okay. If I could save Mimi, I want to save Mimi. And then, given that the fucking Pascagoula pack has been horribly devastated, unless we save another one of them, I'm thinking we can throw that last one towards them.
Let's save a Theurge. We clearly need a fucking
Probably
Theurge.
should save somebody who can actually be beneficial.
I'm not doing this based off of benefit or not. I'm doing this based off of just who survived. You
Okay. But Reynard needs to live.
all right? There are 4 of them in the Pascagoula pack. We could just, roll based off of that.
Well, it looks like all 5 members of my pack are all dead. So
I mean, I thought that's what you said. You said you didn't care. They all died.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I said all couples died.
Oh. Do you want to save a member of your pack?
Please do.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. All right, now who?
It's not good guy Greg.
Yeah, you can't save good guy Greg.
Wait, I'm.
Yeah, he's too dead.
Good guy Greg died a noble death.
A good death.
All right, who of the 3 that are technically salvageable did you save?
Well, I only have 5 members in my pack, me included.
I think we all didn't have very many members, right?
Well, no, you only have 5 now because turns out Shitface was.
No. The circle only has 5 members in it, and they all have X's over them.
Yeah, no. We're telling you. Yeah, we're telling you to choose one of the women, and that's the one that survived.
Yeah, so basically what happened is, like, we have already saved a bunch of people, and I will give you a screenshot of who got saved because your Miro is being weird.
Okay. Well, let's do this.
What?
Alright,
we could roll a die.
I'm getting there.
Oh, no.
Let's roll a 10. 10-sided. 1, 2, 3. Okay, every 3. Alright, so 10-sided.
Aside from us, those are the currently living members.
Yeah, assign them like 1 through 9, and then if they hit the one number, just have it be a reroll. Like 1, 2, 3 is this person, 4, 5, 6, so on and so on.
But that didn't work. Let's try that again. Oh.
Alright. Who was not?
Well, it was going from clockwise. It was going clockwise, 1, 2, 2. She's safe. Elizabeth's safe. Looks like Granny gets it though.
Oh, okay. So Elizabeth is the one that made it out?
Elizabeth made it out, and Marilyn made it out, but Glenda not so much.
Oh no! You're not choosing who dies. You're choosing who survives.
Yeah.
It's for me to choose who dies, but all right, fine.
We can do it either way.
I mean, yeah, like.
But like the numbers are different.
Well, I was thinking 1, 2 by 3s. 3s for Glenda. 1, 2, 3 would be Marilyn. 4
Okay.
through 6 would have been Elizabeth, and anything higher is Glenda. I wrote a 9.
Okay. So, do you want that to be one of the 3 who died, and then you roll again to determine the last person who died? Or do you want that to be the
Yeah, I
person
can
who
do that.
survived? Okay. 1 through 5 is one person, 6 through 7 is the other person.
And it's going to be right where it is on the clock phase. So,
Is right high or is right low?
when them got it, she did not make it.
Okay. Oh, a surprisingly high number of the people I named survived. I am happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see this. 1, 2. Where is he? 3.
So,
Oh, wait a second.
Smoke was my character.
You left Marty dead. You traitor.
I didn't. I said I saved her.
Well, no, it's too late. We've already got our selections.
Ooh.
I'm not like, you can fucking, if you want to choose one of them that's unfortunately dead in exchange. I don't care. I'm just happy that we've got this slotted out.
I mean, I'm okay.
I will spiritually mourn Marty.
Okay. We can mourn them together.
Indeed. That's actually much depression there. That was the name that I gave nobody that he said he liked.
it was.
That's a good name.
So, the little bit of chicanery in regards to having you all name the additional members of the Sept of the Secret Coast. With that in place, with the understanding that war is hell, and that you all are part of the machine of war itself. You're living embodiments of war spirits. Watching the devastation of what a well-planned, poorly carried out trap might elicit. Looking at the faces of those who you've come to know and understand somewhat. Marty, Judy, Demetra, Shelby, Renard, Charla, just to say a few. Elizabeth barely making it, Linda gone, Marilyn, good guy Greg, Money, Mary. There's so many. And then you look towards the leadership. Lane, Alice, Fox, Mouse, and Rebel no longer with you all. Along with them, the realization that Sharpie didn't make it, that Gray didn't make it. There's a toll. There's a cost paid. The question is not so much now as to who didn't make it, who didn't survive the onslaught, who did not survive the war. But what do you do about it? The wolves moldering, some of them burning thanks to Aurora's pyrotechnics. What is it that you will do? Realizing the cost of what happens when wolf turns on wolf.
I believe that after his fury has resolved itself and the cost of that has shown itself through, a kind of moat of resolve to try and bring the wayward children of Gaia back to the fold will form itself. Rather than punishing them, but absolve them, you know?
My thought was that I would like to go with you on your next rite of kin seeking.